You're listening to Gananadh Sankar, and this is ESCOM Designers, a 360-degree communicative driving force. And I welcome you all to experience an exclusive audio episode. Here we go. For all my dear gentle friends who asks me why only audio but not video, my answer is through this episode I would like to concentrate on words and their pronunciations. And I personally feel that the only way to give a very strong impact on words pronunciations is nothing but to do a special episode on audio. I mean exclusive audio on the sounds of different words, so that I feel the concentration on the sounds of the words would be more and very strong. So that this episode is going to be an exclusive audio episode. Through this episode, I would like to give you a collection of 20 words. I mean, these 20 words are very regularly used words but mispronounced in the regular way. So I would like to give you the right way of pronunciation for these 20 words. So let us see how to pronounce these regular words in the right way. So here we go. Here comes the first word. The word spelling is Government. And of course, it is regularly pronounced as, most of us or some of us, we pronounce it like government. But the right way of pronunciation is, here we go, it is government. The N should be silenced here. We have to give mute to the sound of N. So it comes like government. So let's move to the next one. It's IRON. Most of us, we pronounce this word as iron. Where do you run? In the Olympic Games. No, it's not I run, you run, we run, but it is an. We mute the letter R here. And we have a phonetic script for this, but my intention through this episode is not like making this a very complex or complicated one. The phonetic transcription or the phonetic language is limited for the particular people who has a study on phonetics transcriptions, but it is not a regular one for the regular common people who would like to learn the sounds or the pronunciation of the words in the language. So that I would not like to give any phonetic transcription in this particular episode, but in future, definitely I'll go with that. So now let us move to the third word, and the word comes here. LANGUAGE. Yes, this word is actually pronounced as language, but some of us, we pronounce it as longwich. So it is not longwich, but it is langwich. So veg, the half of the vegetarian, veg, the short form of vegetarian, of course, veg. So it has to be pronounced as language. So here comes the fourth word. And the word is COLLEGE. Some of us, we pronounce it as college. How do we pronounce? College. But the actual way of pronunciation is college. What is that? College. Fine. Now let's move to the complicated word. Most of us, we do pronounce this particular word in a different way, and the word is COLLEGUE. How do we pronounce this word? It's colleague, but most of us, we pronounce it like colleague. So the colleague is wrong, and the right one is colleague. So how do you pronounce? Colleague. Exactly. So now let's move to the next one. And the word comes here, the fifth word. CUCUMBR. Most of us pronounce this word as cucumber, but the actual pronunciation is cucumber. Yes, the first CU has to be pronounced as Q. Yes, the alphabet Q. And the next one is cumber. It's cucumber. Shall we move to the sixth one? Yes, here it comes. And it is nothing but WORLD. Some of us, we pronounce this word as world. So it is not world, and the right form of the pronunciation is world. What it is? It is world. Here, I would like to discuss about another word, and the word is OLD. OLD is pronounced as old. WORLD is pronounced as world. The pronunciation of both these words are very, very similar, but small thing makes the difference. So that only I would like to give. The pronunciation of WORLD is like, if you come to the spelling, VORLD. If you spell like this, if you pronounce this spelling, then it comes like world. So this is world, and that is old. Fine. Let's move to the seventh one, and that is WORST. Some of us, we pronounce this word as worst, but actual pronunciation is worst. So something like all the W's, you have to pronounce it like V, and here in this particular word, you have to mute R. So when you mute that, and when you make this W as V, the sound comes like worst. What it is? Worst. Yes. Let's move to the next one, and it is the eighth one. It is a very simple word, but most of us mispronounce that, and the word is FOOD. Some of us, we pronounce this word as food, but it is not food, it is food. What it is? Food. Fine. So now let's move to the next one. The next one, it is WEDNESDAY. It's very silly, but the serious note is most of us, we mispronounce this particular day in our week, and we mispronounce it like Wednesday. So it is not Wednesday, and it is Wednesday. So what it is? Wednesday. So WENZDAY. So you have to pronounce in such a way, and it becomes Wednesday. So no more Wednesdays. So it's Wednesday. Let's move to the next one. Of course, another silly thing, but commonly made mistake, and the word is THIRD. I heard most of the people pronouncing it like third. It is not third or third, it is third. So please mute R here. So for the pronunciation, I am giving another spelling here, that is THAD. So how do you pronounce this? Third. Yes, the right way of pronunciation is third. Next one. So before we have seen about the day in a week, now let's see a month in a year. And the month is FEBRUARY. So what is that? FEBRUARY. So we pronounce this in different ways. February. So like many things we pronounce, but the right one is February. The right thing is February. So R again comes silent here. So the spelling I am giving for the pronunciation, it is FEB, Feb, and then UARE, Uri. So it is February. The right pronunciation is February. Fine. Let's move to the next one. And the next one is 13th one, and it is WOMEN. And mostly we pronounce it as woman. It is not woman, and it is women. What it is? Women. And when you pronounce it women, the spelling is like WIHMEN. So the sound is women. Let's move to the 14th one. The word is BREAKFAST. Of course, you all know this. Generally we pronounce it as breakfast. It is not breakfast. The pronunciation must be breakfast. So the pronunciation of the word fast is not FAST but FUST. So it comes breakfast. So please pronounce it as breakfast. Let's move to the 15th word, and it is TOMB. Yes, here we have to mute the letter B. So then that OM should become, for the pronunciation, double O. So when you want to pronounce this word TOMB, you have to pronounce it like TOOM, TOOM. So then it becomes tomb. Yes, it becomes tomb. Let's move to the 16th one. Yes, scrumptious one. It is a food item, one of my favorites. And the spelling is PIZZA. So the word is PIZZA. Most of us, we pronounce it like pizza. So it is not pizza, it is PEETZUH. So we have to pronounce it like pizza. How do you pronounce it? Pizza. Fine, very good. Now let's move to the 17th one. So the technical word, computer word. Most of us these days, we started using these words because technology is in our hands now, right? And the word is CACHE. Most of us, we pronounce this word as cake. It is not an eatable item, so it's a memory. So the thing is, we have to pronounce this word as CASH. Absolutely, CASH. That is the way to pronounce the word CACHE. So the pronunciation is cash. The pronunciation is cash. Let's move to the 18th one. Another technical word used in the systems, and of course, system in your hands, mobile phones. Without this, there is nothing, and it's all about DATA. It is nothing but data. The pronunciation is data, but not data or data. It's not data, it's data. So when you pronounce it data, the spelling comes like DAYTA. So the right pronunciation is data. Let's move to the next one. It's very, very important for the people who attend for an interview. So you cannot attend an interview without this. So this is an entry pass. I believe you started guessing that. Yes, you're right. And the word is RESUME. It's nothing but resume. Yes, the right form of the pronunciation of this word is resume. It's not resume or resume, it is resume. Fine. Let's move to the final one. Without this particular word, without having this word in your mind or in your work, you cannot achieve something really big. So it's very important for your life to achieve something big. Fine. The word is DETERMINE. So most of us, we pronounce this word as determine. It is not minds determine. It is not mine. It is common for all the people. So there is no selfishness in determine. So it is not determine, it is determine. So the right way of pronunciation is determine. So when you pronounce this word as determine, the spelling comes like DETERMIN. So there is no E in the word determine when you pronounce it. So thank you very much, my dear gentle friends. This is all about the mostly used 20 words and which we are pronouncing in a wrong way. So I'd like to give the right sounds for these words which we are using in a regular way through this episode. So I'll meet you in the next episode with some other interesting video. So till then, this is Gananadh Sankar signing off.